we're out here. So this is Tamé. You are a DJ, you're a singer, and what else you do? Is that it? I'm messing with you, that's already a lot.
Yeah,
I only do one thing. I do that with everyone. Like when Stefan was over here, I asked him, I was like, oh, alright, it's like, well, what are you known for? He's like, I have like a clothing company. I was like, that's it. And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm messing with you. Like, that's what I do for everybody.
Alright, for sure. Okay,
right,
just mess with me like that. I see how it is.
I want to know one thing is, how did you get into where you are in music?
So
you're not just on SoundCloud, like I actually saw her perform, which is really cool. Like you were DJing at like, was it Public?
Yeah, I was DJing at Johnny Black's Public House.
That was really cool.
One of my residencies, yeah.
That's dope.
I was never really, like, I was into music all my life, you know? Like, started piano.
I hope.
Right.
If you meet someone who's not into music, that's a red flag right there. You want to know what's going on with you.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
Serial killer, right
cut
there.
It off.
But no, I was, you know, my parents put me into piano lessons when I was around like 6. You know, Asian things forced me into it. But all throughout my life, I've done something like musical. You know, I've been in choir and I did musicals when I was younger. But
you did musicals?
Yeah. It was like in high school. You know what I mean? It's like High School Musical. But it wasn't. I didn't break out in song in the middle.
Oh, okay. That's what I was really hoping for.
But I did used to carry around a ukulele, which is kind of, it's kind of lame, like now that I think back to it.
That's kind of dope.
I was like in 7th grade carrying around a ukulele like all around like school, and like people used to call me ukulele girl, and like, yeah, that was my reputation in middle school. But
where did you put it when you were in class?
Just like in my closet. Like my locker, you know, I just like locked it up in there.
And when did you take it out?
When I went to choir, or like I would do like rehearsals with my friends after, and it was kind of lame. Like I think back, I'm like, if I saw a girl.
No, look, most people have like their phones or like Game Boys, or they have like they're playing something. You had a ukulele. That's unique right there.
Yeah, I guess.
You were born to be an artist.
I guess, yeah. But you know, after a while, I went to college for marketing, and
where'd you go to college?
Wayne State.
Okay.
Yeah, so at first I was going for pre-med, you know, typical Asian thing. But then I decided that wasn't for me, so I went to marketing.
Could you?
I know, parents were quite disappointed in me. But I went to marketing because I was like, this is something that I could possibly, you know, work towards being creative.
Right.
It wasn't until I met.
Good choice, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
It wasn't until I met my producer. His name's Lyric. His name's Lyric Layson. So I met him at a 4th of July party.
Okay.
It was an Asian party, and the thing about Lyric is he's black. So
he's right there.
He's actually right here.
So.
And the only reason I mentioned that is because
Lyric is black though, by the way.
Because it was a full Asian party, nobody there. He was the darkest person there.
He was the only black out and the yellow one.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, there's something going on here. There's something a little bit off. So I had to go up to him and like ask him what's up, and that's when he told me he was a producer. And then soon we started working together when he found out I sang.
Hit a high note.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna ask you that.
Right now, like,
no, we're at Tim Hortons right now. We're not doing nothing.
But yeah, so he pretty much wanted to work with me, and it wasn't until I met Illmind at one of his Pass the Aux events.
Okay.
Which is
one of his what?
Pass the Aux. So Illmind.
Pass the Aux.
Yeah, like Pass the Aux cord.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So he has, if you guys don't know who Illmind is, he is this really awesome producer. He's pretty deep into the industry. Like he's worked with J. Cole, Drake, Nicki, name them, he's probably worked with them. He had these events where they're kind of like intimate studio sessions.
Okay.
And producers and artists get to come and kind of share their music.
How'd you get there? Like, you just met him at that party, you said?
So, no. The thing was, you have to buy a ticket for it. And at the time, Lyric, my producer, had a ticket for it. And you could bring a +1.
Okay.
So he decided to bring me.
That's what's up.
And at that point it was May of last year, so that's when I kind of like started music as a whole.
Okay. Oh, so you have like...
I haven't even been doing this a year.
I mean, you've been in music, like, it's been a part of you this whole time, but you haven't acted on it until recently. Okay.
No, I haven't acted on it.
That's the same thing with me in comedy. Like, I didn't actually act on it until recently, but it's like, I've been doing it, like I'm funny, guys. I'm kind of a funny okay, go ahead. I'm done bragging about myself, because I do that enough times.
But, yeah, well, what was I? Oh, at the time, we didn't have any music recorded. We had only just started like making music together, and we had one song that we finished writing and producing, and then another song we did 2 days before. So everybody there is putting in their aux cord, having their music, you know, all ready.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay.
But I didn't. I had to sing my song live. Like, we just played the beat and I sang it live. And then it was pretty nerve-wracking because I've never done anything like that until
so your first time singing live, like
it
was in front of a legit producer.
In front of a legit producer, so it was like pretty scary to me. But thankfully he loved it. He loved us so much that he asked us, you know, whenever you're finished with that song, send it to me.
Wow, okay.
And that was the turning point of everything. That's when I was like, well, if this producer who works in the industry is telling me I should continue doing what I'm doing, why in the world would I not do it? So. Well,
you had to be a real dick to tell someone, no, you suck.
Yeah.
Not to diminish like him complimenting you, like I think it's a good thing to say, but like, how many people have you actually met that's like, you should stop doing music?
That's true. Not a lot of people say that.
That's a pretty douchebag thing to say to somebody.
The thing that he does is he'll listen to things and then he'll kind of just sit there and be like,
yeah, it's different from him because he's actually heard like other,
he's like
that's different.
That's good. But with us, he wanted us to send it to him, which is something he didn't offer anybody else. And then
that's how you do it.
That's the turning point of everything. I quit my job after that.
Oh, really?
I quit.
That really was a turning point of everything.
Yeah, I quit my job after that. I decided to drop out of school after that and
she's Asian. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
This is something that never happens to Asians.
Like,
not saying that I recommend it for everybody.
Pre-med, switched major, dropped out of school, singer.
Yeah, I'm probably like the most disgraced Asian out there.
Okay, the way that I put it, because like I do stand-up, right? Now, like I'm working like as an engineer for my day job because I need to pay off student loans and shit. Like, and then my thing was like, it's like I tell a joke on stage where it's like for Indians, and I'm sure it's for you guys too. It's like our hierarchy of like jobs is it's like doctor, engineer, lawyer, embarrassment.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I was already an embarrassment before I dropped out.
That was oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Because I went into marketing, my dad was like, what are you gonna do with marketing?
So like my biggest question too was like when I asked my mom, that was, because she was like, why are you leaving engineering? She was like, oh, you wanna do medicine. I was like, no. That's not what we're no. But that was her whole thing. She's like, what else are you gonna do? I was like, we can do other stuff. Like, I don't know, that was my biggest like I'm good at other things too. You don't have to, like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
but Asian parents don't think that way.
No.
You know they don't.
So here's the big difference. Like, so white parents will encourage their kids, like, you can dream and be whatever you want to be. Asian parents will tell you what to dream. That's the difference.
Yeah, but I think the funniest thing is they'll put you into like piano, they'll put you into violin
lessons. They'll set you up from the beginning.
They'll set you up from the beginning to have dreams. And then shut them down the minute you want them.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Actually.
Yeah. I think I remember.
I like that way.
I remember in 5th grade, it was you know like elementary school graduation. So like you know it was a big thing. It was a big thing. Each kid went up on stage and said what they wanted to be. I remember.
That? You did that in 5th grade?
Yeah. Okay. I went to a bougie school.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. But I remember saying I wanted to be an artist, and The second I got off that stage, my parents were like, how are you gonna pay for us when you're older?
Oh God.
And right then and there, my dream got crushed.
5th grade.
5th grade, they're like, we're shutting this down right now.
It was like, pay for us? I can't pay for anything right now. Like,
right. I was like, I'm 10. I don't know what I want to be.
Dude, even when you're like, even when you're in high school and you're going into college, you don't know what you want either.
No.
Like what I've learned if like from like working as an engineer and like meeting like different people through this podcast and doing stand-up, don't let anyone tell you they have life figured out. We're just winging this shit and we're gonna see where it goes. People have a plan for like the near future, but you ask anybody where they're gonna be 5 years from now, no one has a clue. No one has a clue. Don't let anyone tell you they have an idea. No one does.
No, don't get me wrong.
Not even Lyric.
No, probably not. Like,
and he looks like he knows what he's doing, but nobody knows.
Nobody really knows what.
No one knows.
Illmind was telling me something.
He might know.
No, actually, he doesn't even know.
Oh, he doesn't even know. Okay.
So like, somebody asked him at one of the Pass the Aux events. This is how we ended up on tour with him. We ended up kind of like stalking him and going to every single one of his Pass the Aux events. We went to his Detroit, Chicago, Ohio, New York, Miami. We just
Wait, you went to all of them?
We stalked him. Yeah.
How did you pay for all that? No, I feel like I'm sounding like her parents. Oh my god.
Right. The Asians coming out of you.
I'm the Asian parents.
No, we paid for it because when I quit my job, I decided to DJ. Because I was thinking, you know, why put 40 hours into somebody else's dream when I can put 40 hours into my own dream?
That is exactly why, like, that's my mindset too. You know?
Yeah, so I put all of my money.
In debt, so I'm trying to clear that up.
I feel you. I'm still paying off my student loans.
Yeah.
But I put all of my money into. We both put all of our money into just affording these trips, you know, affording the look, affording our music, our studio sessions. And during one of these Pass the Aux events, one dude was like, so, like, how do you know what to do, or like, how do you get to where you are? And Illmind straight up said, let me tell you something. Everybody in the industry right now has no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to swear on this?
You can say whatever you want to say.
All right, cool. Nobody has an idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
No idea what they're doing. They're just kind of winging it.
That's
Everybody
what I'm saying,
in the industry.
Like,
so like, you think Drake knows? Drake doesn't know.
I'm telling you guys, everyone's just winging this whole life thing. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
nobody knows what's happening. We're just trying to, everybody wants one thing, and that's happiness. That's all. At the end of the day, happiness and to be loved, honestly. So
this took a real philosophical turn.
Right? It's true though.
But no,
I mean, it took me a little minute to like learn it, but like that's all anybody ever wants is just to be happy and to be loved.
I learned that like just for one thing. Okay, so like when I was like being, I mean, of course I was born and raised an Asian. Like I can't be born something and raised something else. But I did not know when I was in high school that there was like an alternative path that was not college. I just always thought that's what everyone does.
Yeah.
Like it was never presented to me that there was like another opportunity or other stuff you could do with your life.
I felt the exact same way.
That's but like, it wasn't
the school system kind of teaches you that though.
It wasn't until when I got to senior year, we were like asking, it's like, so where are you going? Where are you going? It's like some friends are like, oh, I'm going to the military. It's like, you can do that? It's like, oh yeah, I guess you can. And then like other people are like, oh, like I'm gonna work for this company. I was like, without a degree? It's like, yeah, you don't even want to do this. And I was like, you can do that? Yeah. So many things. And I was like, wait, I didn't even know this was a possibility.
Yeah, especially nowadays, like college is most definitely not the only route anymore. Like,
no.
You can even go to school for marketing.
But now it really isn't. Yeah.
I've talked to people who have like gone to school for marketing and have been out of it, and I'm like, so tell me, like, did you learn a lot while you were in school? They're like, I didn't learn a thing. They told me they learned way more being out of school and doing it in real life. Yeah. Some people get into marketing without even going to school, so like...
No, like, I completely agree with you. I was, so like, I speak at a bunch of different high schools and like after school programs. Like, I've been doing public speaking my whole life. So that's how I got into stand-up, was like, I was always funny and I was always a really strong public speaker. And I just connected the two of them, and that's what stand-up comedy is public speaking and being funny.
Okay.
So people often forget like the huge part of stand-up is public speaking. If you're not a good public speaker, you're not going to be a good stand-up comedian, period. You just can't do it. when I started public speaking is when like I got better at it, and now I'm like I talked at like my old high school. I gave a commencement speech, and then I've given a few of these speeches at like other high schools and like the Boys and Girls Club. I talked to the kids there, and I talked to like a few of the places in Detroit. One of the things that I was telling people is like pretty much that like no one knows what they're doing, so don't let people tell you, and you cannot learn how to swim by reading a book. You can only learn by getting in the water. So don't think that just because you read a book on how to like do something that you know how to do it. You'd have no idea how to do it.
Very true.
So don't go to college thinking I'm gonna get a degree in engineering and then I'm gonna become Iron Man. That's not how that works. If you want to become Iron Man, you got to start now. Like,
that is very true.
Like nobody is actually, it's like one of the things that I tell, because I have had students come up to me, they're like, I want to get a degree in music, I want a degree in art. I just said like, that's probably the worst idea you could possibly get yourself.
Just do it now.
Exactly, I was like, what are you gonna learn by someone else telling you how to make music? Just start making it. Like, there's nothing that you can possibly learn by someone else telling you how to do it. If someone told me how to how to be funny and how to do stand-up, I would not be good at it. Like, you only get good at it by getting on stage.
By just doing it.
So
yes.
I tell people, don't go to college unless you're gonna get a degree that's gonna pay you more money than if you didn't have it. So if you go to college, you get a degree in art. What does that degree actually mean to an employer? Because you're going to school, like you're going to college to get a job after. It's a business. Right. You're not going to college to like really, like the whole point of going to a college is to leave with a degree. So if you're gonna do that, at least get a degree that will earn you more money than if you didn't have it. Getting a degree in art is good. I'm not gonna prevent, like I can't prevent anyone from doing that, right? I'm gonna tell you the reality though, is when you go to an employer, they're gonna say, what does this degree actually mean? It doesn't mean much, like anyone can do it. What does the degree in engineering mean? Anyone can do that too, don't get me wrong, but people don't do it. So it's like the value of that degree is not in that you're a smart person. The value is that you're willing to do something others aren't. You're willing to like work harder than other people for stuff that you don't understand and that you need to really work at it. Like that's why Harvard is such a great university. It's not the education. American history is the same history anywhere you go in this country, okay? Math is the same math anywhere you go in the world. Like Calc 1 is the same Calc 1 everywhere. Why is Harvard better? Because no one gets in. Why is engineering like better? Because no one does it. That's why they get paid more. It's not because they're smarter. Don't let them ever tell you that. I've met some dumbass engineers, okay? It's not because they're smarter. It's because these people are willing to put in the time that others are not. That's what it is. So when you do these things, like actually imagine yourself like, and yeah, I mean this is stuff I talk about.
Yeah.
If you want an idea of where you want your life to be, if you're currently working at your job and you don't like it, look at somebody who has been working in your job for 20 years. So if it's someone like who started where you started, and 20 years they stayed in the same industry, in the same position, how are they living their life? What kind of house do they have? What kind of car do they have? Are they happy? Are they doing this? Because that's gonna be you in 20 years. Because you're doing what they're doing. And if you don't like what that avenue looks like, you are in the wrong place.
Yeah.
And that's how I view it. It's like 20 years down the line, I've seen what the engineering managers look like. I'm like, I don't want that. So I'm in the wrong place. Now that either means that I don't mean you switch industries, I mean you really reevaluate what are you looking for. So the advantage of art of any kind, like whether it be like drawing, music, stand-up, anything like that, is that you're able to discuss this stuff. Like if you actually like listen, break down the lyrics of like songs, they're actually telling you something. You're not just listening to it for it's like, oh look, it's like a bass just going off. Like hear what these people are saying and there's some meaning behind it. When a comedian's actually saying stuff, they're saying stuff that they know. Like there's meaning behind all this stuff. So when it comes to like figuring out what you want to do, the money is not, like I didn't mention money in like that whole description because college is where you go if you want to make money, because you can't expect someone who's in high school to make a $100,000 debt decision. You don't know what $100,000 is. No. So like why do you think it's okay for kids to like go into student loans with that much debt?
Right.
That was
It's a business.
I took up a bunch of that time like that, but yeah, I was like, just evaluate, that's what it is. Like, don't let people tell you you're going to college for fun. You're not, it's a business. You're going there to make money when you leave. So don't waste your time on getting a degree in music. If you want to do music, start making music now. You can just download free software. It comes in like every Mac. You can just download it from any computer for free and start making it. You don't have to wait anymore. There's no like if you want to be a video creator, if you want to make movies, just buy a camera. Don't go to college on how to make movies, just start making movies. I apologize for taking up all of our time.
Oh no, you spoke the truth. You spoke exactly what I believe in, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. The main reason why...
Yeah, you're actually making music. You're not going to school having someone tell you, like, read a book on how to make music. That's not how it works.
No. I never knew what it took to make music or to even get into the industry until I started doing it.
Like when you first...
It's hard work. It's definitely hard work. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not dilly-dallying around just, you know, throwing music out. I'm working my butt off. I'm DJing, you know, I'm working till 4 in the morning, coming home. I'm traveling.
Which we both did last night too, funny enough.
Yes.
Both came home at 4 a.m. last night. Sometimes you gotta do it. Like
sometimes you just have to do it. You have to do... My thing is, if you want something, you gotta want it more than you want to breathe. You know what I mean? Like... Yeah,
Eric Thomas.
There you go, yeah.
He's my mentor. That's how I learn all this stuff.
For real?
Yeah, like I've known him for a couple of years now.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
That's coming up in the next video.
Hey.
That's our time.
That's our time?
That's it.
My bad. Okay,
no, I took up a bunch of that. So thank you guys for watching. Her Instagram and all that business is down below. And you want to give any shout outs to anybody else?
You know, shout out to Lyric, my producer. Shout out to Illmind for, you know, helping put us on this journey. And shout out to my mom and my dad. Thank you. Y'all are great.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay fresh, stay golden.